Today I got to work on Zeus, 150-pound carne asada Corso. And maybe one day, but he's too nice. Before I start the bath, I try to make him feel as comfortable as possible. Then he jumps into the tub, so no need for the ramp. Now I'll start off with that blueberry facial, get that shampoo rolling in. Can't forget between the toes and paw pads. Towel in the hot pocket always needs a visual check. Then I settle a bet with my employees who say I'm an unk, but I still got it a little bit. I give him some pets for being so patient and watching. Now I'll get him scrubbed up from head to paw, adding more shampoo as needed. And he's really big and tall, so I just gotta get in the tub with him and kind of move him around a little bit. It's hard to move him from the ground because a lot of the big dogs like to lean against that back wall. Then I just decide to sit in there with him, give him some scratches on his neck. You can tell he loves it. I just give him a hug, and he decides to rest the full weight of his giant head on my shoulder. That was my favorite moment of the groom, though. And you can see how much hair he's losing, so we're definitely gonna brush him for a full 10 minutes. He's probably thinking we're done at this point, but still a little bit longer. He was a very patient boy. He wasn't getting restless or trying to jump out or anything crazy. Finish up there and get him rinsed down really good, and then a quick towel dry. Now onto the power dryer, where he was really good, as expected. Didn't love it around his face, but that's pretty common. Giving him some big hugs and talking to him helped him. Now he almost jumped out because he thought I was letting him out. I was just turning him around for the other side. Once dry, I'll start brushing him again and try to convince him to stand up. He's kind of over it. He just wants to go home. He seems like a mama's boy, and he just misses her. And still losing a ton of hair with this, so I'll use the deshed brush now for about 10 minutes. He'll stand up for a little bit, and then he'll just sit down again. So I try to hold him up, and then he just decides to sit on my lap. Put my leg under him, and that holds for about a couple minutes. We got through it all okay, though. Then I'll sweep up all his loose hair, show you guys how much I got off of him. And that's just after the bath. Now I'll get him a nice bandana. Then I try to have some playtime with him, and you can tell he likes those toys. They both were squeaking, and he was getting all perked up, but I think he wanted his mama to play with him. So one final hug, and then a nice paw. Check out his nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out, and he's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this carne asada Corso. His name is Axel, and he just loves bath time. He's actually still a youngster, but he's been coming to us since he was just a little puppy. And I always want to experience the Corso's bite strength firsthand, but it's like he doesn't even want to bite me. And then right when I try to get him rinsed down and go for that hose, he's already locking on. I try to make sure he knows the difference between that and my hand. So I get the temperature right and then give him some splashes in the face. Maybe he'll chill out. Then I make sure he's really hydrated before we start. And really the only way I can rinse him down is kind of holding his neck and head back. Eventually he'll calm down, at least for a few seconds. He's not biting at me, but I still have to be real careful that he doesn't snap at that and get my hand. So we'll start off with that blueberry facial, get that shampoo rolling in, towel in the hot pocket, no pepperonis today. Now I'll get him scrubbed up from head to paw for 5 to 10 minutes. You can see he's already losing quite a bit of hair, so a few more times over, and now even more hair. One more time over, and then I'll use a shampoo bottle filled with water to rinse his head. So it's a pretty good idea because technically it worked. But now he's biting at the bottle, and that's the last thing I want. Next time we're going to shampoo him, he's going to be trying to get us then too. So I'll switch back to a regular rinse down and just kind of hold him back with my forearm. It actually worked pretty well, even with some of this craziness going on. I would just be patient and talk to him, and hopefully this way too, he gets a little more used to it. Once I'm done with the rinse down, we'll go for a towel dry. He sees me moving the power dryer over, and he's probably thinking like, what do you think you're doing with that thing? You already know I don't be working with that. And I knew that, but I figured give it a shot on a lower setting. Maybe he would calm down after a few seconds, but nope. Now a conditioning spray that he wants to get to. And once he's all dry, he's ready for his final brushing. Of course, now this is where his craziness and high energy could be a lot of fun. Because brushing's pretty simple, even if he's jumping around and trying to play most of the time. Brush him for a good 10 minutes, and you can see the extreme amount of hair coming off of him. And the fact that he didn't let me blow him out with the power dryer definitely increases the shedding. That dryer usually gets a lot of loose hair out. So once he's done, we'll sweep it all up and show you how much we got off of him. Now a nice cool bandana. Check out his nice clean healthy shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. And before he's ready to go home, I give him some more playtime and cuddles. I think he enjoyed it too. And he's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this carne asada Corso. His first visit with us, and he was a bit nervous. Definitely didn't want to ramp into the tub, so I used the walk-in tub today. Even then, he wasn't very happy about it. And he loved his ear cleaning. Now I'll get him a good rinse down. Start off with that blueberry facial. Get that shampoo rolling in. Get him scrubbed up from head to paw for a couple minutes. Usually it's longer, but he wasn't losing anything in the tub. Now he starts to give me some nervous licks, thinking I'm about to power dry him. But just a towel dry first before I actually get to the power dryer. Then just him seeing it makes him freak out. And no matter how secure they are, if a big dog starts panicking, that's not a good thing. So I try to calm him down, and I don't even have it on yet. Then I put it on its lowest setting just to see if I can kind of get him used to it. With it this low, it's just to work with him because it's not going to dry him much. I try a happy hoodie too to see if it helps him calm down some more. We make some progress, and hopefully it'll get better over time. Now before I start the brushing, I just make sure his paws are all dry. And he's still not the most comfortable, so I'll make sure I call him over to me. Get him brushed up for a couple more minutes with some conditioning spray and this rubber brush. Taking it real easy with him, just trying to warm him up. I also use a deshed brush for a few minutes. He starts to give me some tail wags and feel a little bit more comfortable. After that brush, I use a really stiff rubber brush, and that just helps get a little bit extra loose hair out. I sneak in a hug and give him some face pets. Now he starts to engage me for more pets. I thought he expressed his anal glands, so I had to check just to be sure. At that point, we were real comfortable, so I start to roughhouse him. Then I get him a good bandana, and I almost forgot his nails. I thought he'd freak out for these. He did mostly good. Now check out his nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out, and he's almost ready to go home after his brother gets his brushing. Today I got to work on this Akita. We don't see this breed too often, and they're usually pretty sketchy. But Apollo's one of a kind. Right here he's looking at me like, let's get started, bud. I think he regretted that. Then I'll start off with that blueberry facial, get that shampoo rolling in, conditioner right on top. Then I'll get it brushed and scrubbed in for a few minutes. That'll ensure I get a nice, good, solid clean. Go for a rinse down, quick towel dry. Now I'll use the power dryer to get his coat nice and fluffy and ready to go. He's a good boy with this, thankfully. He's been here plenty of times. Now once he's dry, I'm going to use my favorite deshed brush, the Refresh. With him, he's a little bit bigger, so I'm using the large, short-haired one. I step away for a second, and he seems interested in my conversation. Now back to brushing. You can see all that hair already coming off all over the floor. He's just sitting there like a perfect model for it. Many people mistake this brush for the Furminator, but it's completely different. There's no sharp edges or blades or anything that's going to hurt the coat. And as you can see, perfectly comfortable and safe for the dog. I can't recommend it enough, especially for coats like this. I take time to give him plenty of pets and love. Then once he's done brushing, I'll sweep up all that hair to show you how much we got in just those 10 minutes. Of course, you could always brush a little bit longer at home, but I always got to put a time limit on it. Give him a nice fresh bandana, get him ready to go. Check out his nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. A little bit more time to give him some hugs and pets, and he's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this girl named Luna. And dogs usually only get all white like this with a diet primarily of chicken. Hold the seasoning. But she's going to need a deshed today, so first I soak her in the avocado mist. Then I'll do that pre-blowout. That'll help loosen up that undercoat and remove quite a bit of it like you can see here. Now a good rinse down. I'll start off with that blueberry facial, get that shampoo rolling in. Rubbed in a little bit too with conditioner right on top. Now I'm going to use a double wide flexible slicker and get her brushed up from head to paw for 10 minutes. You can see how it gets all the clumps of hair coming out. And that's going to be all the dead loose undercoat that's ready to come out. She's been here quite a few times too, so you could tell she's used to it. Then she fakes me out with a shake, get that last clump of hair out, and go for a rinse down with a quick towel dry. Now onto the power dryer, and you can see how much better her coat's already looking. And she does really good for this too, which is surprising because she's really energetic. But when she's being worked on, she knows she needs to stay calm. But then she sees her brother walk by and thinks that he's leaving. Starts to panic, so I make sure to walk him by and calm her down. Now I'm going to brush her for another 10 minutes with a deshed brush. Try to get up and walk away, and she's like, "You're not done yet." So I guess I'll have to brush her for a few more minutes. And you don't see it, but off camera she was chewing the lead a little bit. That apparently weakened it to where she could just pull right out. I was right there though and grabbed her a new one. Gave her a hug and told her to never leave me again. Here's all the hair I got out after the bath. Now a good nice bandana. White check just to be sure she's white enough. Now I'll check out her nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. And legitimately probably the softest, fluffiest coat I've ever felt. And she's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this big old carne asada Corso. Looking like a Black Panther. And this was his first visit with me, so I want him to chill out and try to get him nice and calm. Let him jump on me, put him in a headlock, you know, those types of things. And good thing I had my Groomer's Best walk-in tub, so I didn't have to use the ramp with this behemoth. Now I'll give him a good rinse down, start off with that blueberry facial, get that shampoo rolling in, get him brushed up from head to paw for 5 minutes, towel on the cheeks, looking pretty clean. And he was real good in the bath and not losing too much hair, so I had some fun with him. And just the 5 minutes, no need for the 10 with him. Give him a good rinse down with a quick towel dry. Now I'm going to try to get him to give me a kiss. I know he knows what that word means, but he's not feeling it right now. Now onto the power dryer, which is still really important with the short-haired dogs. He wasn't loving it, but as long as I kept it away from his head, he did really well. Now once he's all dry, I'll get a conditioning spray and then this rubber curry brush again. And I think because he's looking so good, he's really feeling good. You can see his little stub going crazy and then he just jumps on me. I wasn't expecting that one, but it was a pleasant surprise. No, I'm mostly just getting distracted by playing with him. Then we found out he really loves treats. The only downside now is he was drooling a lot after that. Then he must have dropped a piece right there because he was trying to get it, so I had to kick it to him. And right now I'm using a deshed brush. You can see all that coming off. Finally got that little kiss. And he's just loving life while I'm distracted watching the World Cup. And I'm doing a full 10 minutes of brushing on him on this one because you can see all that hair coming out. Then he puts his paws on me again, just wants the pets. Then he puts out some type of yawn, so I just copy him. I think he found that pretty amusing. Once he's all finished with the brushing, I'll sweep up all that hair, show you guys what I got. Get him a nice bandana, some more love pats, play with him for a couple more minutes. A big dog that's nice and likes to play rough is always one of the best times. Now, of course, I'll check out that nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. He's all ready to go home after another treat.